Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylin and I'm so happy to have you back for another video. I am currently in Miami right now. I decided to take a mini 3-day vacation, just relax, do nothing. Like literally my game plan was literally to go from the bar to the pool to the beach, and then when the sun went down, from the beach to the pool to the bar, and then just do that for 3 days. Of course I did other things, but that was kind of like my goal, just complete relaxation, not worrying about, going out and stuff. So that's exactly what I did, and that's actually where the inspiration for this video came from. How to feel at ease, how to feel at peace, even when you don't have it all yet, even when you haven't achieved all your goals yet, even when you still have some ways to go. And it really came because I just realized that I'm very passionate about what I do. And I literally came here with the intention of relaxing, and then I realized that the pattern of me still worrying about the actions that I should take to achieve my goals, the next thing, I can do this, I can do that. Oh, how can I, use this vacation basically to better achieve my goals? And it totally went over my head that this vacation, this relaxation, this stillness is helping me achieve my goals. And I realized that this isn't something that only I struggle with. I mean, I call it the proverbial tiger chasing you. You always feel like there's something behind you pushing you forward, and that if you stop for even 1 second, that the tiger is gonna attack you and scratch your back and take you down by the jugular. You feel like you're on this constant cycle, and that if you stop, then the world stops, or that your world stops, and that you're no longer working to achieve your goals. You feel like if you stop working, if you stop thinking, then somehow all that you've done will be erased and you'll start regressing backwards. That's kind of how I describe it. And I realized just through everything, just my feminine energy practices, even after all these years, that can still sneak up when you're supposed to be your most relaxed. So in this video, I want to talk about how to feel at peace even when you don't have it all yet, even when you haven't achieved your loftiest goals, how to really just feel at peace and enjoy the moment, and how to use stillness and patience to your advantage. And I think the women who can relate most are the women who are impatient like me. That is just something consistent throughout my whole life, is my lack of patience. I want everything to happen now. I want everything to happen yesterday. And I feel like if things aren't happening fast enough, then I need to push it along. And throughout life, I realized that that is just not how things go. Everything kind of has a pace of its own, and you have to trust that pace and timing, because it's always for your highest good. And stillness allows aligned action to come towards you. So there's a difference between, just doing things. Oh, let me make this video, let me record this, let me brainstorm and do all this, let me strategize. There's difference between, just doing actions just because you feel like you should be doing actions, and then taking aligned actions. So it's basically, just doing all the things and then having divine inspiration and taking aligned action. And the difference between that is that you may get temporary satisfaction from doing all these little things just because you feel like you have to. It may feel satisfying to, check this off your to-do list, do that. And I absolutely love that. That's kind of how we're taught to do things. If you're doing things, mentally, and if you're doing things with your hands and feet, then that's good, that's progress. But there's also another side of action, And it's more of an integration of feminine and masculine. When both parts are balanced within yourself and both parts are healed, then your action becomes even more powerful, because you're not just doing the masculine doing, and you're not just doing the feminine inner work and, waiting. But when you put that together, then you really have the patience and the knowing to trust when aligned action, comes to you. And with aligned action, I mean, those are the actions, those are the things that are going to connect most with your intended audience. Those are the things that are going to connect most with what you seek. The inspired action is what's gonna have that resonance field where it felt so easy, but the waves and the compounding effect of that action is gonna do more for you than, 1,000 of, busy actions are gonna do for you. And that's the power of, having a balanced and healthy feminine and masculine dynamic within yourself. So it's really about leveraging your intuition to take actions that are going to propel you forward, compound and help you quantum leap. And I think this video is one of those, because the whole time of my vacation, I'm doing all these things, and like a day in, I kind of got suspicious of myself. I was like, Shaylin, hold up, you're supposed to be relaxing. So that's when I kind of like, became aware of myself, started slowing down, and from that, I received this lesson, which I'm telling you right now. That is inspired action, becoming aware of yourself and realizing what it is that your audience definitely needs to hear. And I know that the people that I'm here to help, they are probably similar to me in the way that they realize the divinity within themselves, and they're on this journey and they have these lofty goals. They see the vision, they know who they could be, but they're getting lost along the way. They're running into these invisible roadblocks that they keep trying to pound through, but they just don't understand why it's working. And as a feminine energy coach, I can definitely say that having someone there to see your blind spots is just invaluable. It's priceless, because you yourself, I mean, you're you. So you think, oh, it's this, but no, it's actually something much deeper. So just having someone there with the gift of intuition and the gift of sight, and who's able to take their information that they've already embodied and really help you apply that to your life, so you can push past these blocks and, ascend to the next level, regardless of what your goals are. I mean, that's just chef's kiss. And speaking of that, I'd like to tell you about my program. If you're interested in one-on-one private coaching, I do offer that through my Guided Empress program. It's a 1-month program where we meet twice a week for an hour, and we push past through all those invisible blocks that are preventing you from reaching your goals, master your feminine energy, and really set you on the path of alignment. I would be more than happy to work with you. There will be a link in the description box below. Also, another factor in really feeling at peace and settled when you're still on the journey to achieving your goals is nervous system regulation. Nervous system regulation is just as important as having patience and realizing what actions you're doing just to keep yourself busy, and then aligned actions that are going to actually propel you forward. Nervous system regulation is huge because it really has to do with how you feel in your body. It has to do, even like when you're just sitting somewhere, what is your body doing? Is it low-key freaking out because you're sitting still and not doing nothing? Is it thinking about things that happened in the past? Do you feel rushed? Do you feel scared? Do you feel guilty? Like, what is your body telling you when you are not doing something? And I want you to sit in that uncomfortable silence and really put a name on it. Really take time and feel what your body is going through, because I promise, if you just sit there with that intention, your body will scream at you exactly what's happening. Trust yourself that you can listen to your body. It's your body. No one can listen to it better. So just sit with yourself. What is your body saying? And if it's any of those things that I just mentioned, then you know that it's beneficial to, do some exercises that are going to help bring your nervous system back to balance. And let me adjust this. And that could look like, breathing. Really breathing with the intention of calming yourself down. Maybe it's even talking to yourself, like affirming that it's okay to rest. I don't have to feel guilty for doing nothing. Or something that I found helpful is even setting aside time to do nothing. Sometimes that helps bypass your brain, like, oh my God, I've scheduled in this relaxation time. So maybe you just dedicate like an hour, 30 minutes to doing nothing, like sitting on your couch and staring at your TV. And I can tell my audience this because I know that you guys are ambitious and that you're always on the go. And because that's me. So I want to let you guys know that you can slow down and you can do that. Like, I didn't even have a TV in my apartment for like years, or wherever I lived. I just didn't have a TV in my apartment. And then I finally got one because I like to watch like the morning news, like CNBC for financial news. It gets me out of bed. I like just turning it on so that I have something to listen to, so I don't like drift back off to sleep, if that makes sense. If you have trouble with that, get a TV, turn on the financial news. You'll be killing two birds with one stone. You'll be updated on the markets, and you'll know random stuff about finance. And also you can be more productive in the morning because you're not going off to sleep and then accidentally sleeping for like another hour. Pro tip. But back to my point about nervous system regulation. Yeah, deep breaths, intentional breathing, set aside time for yourself to relax, and talking to your nervous system, telling yourself what you need to hear to feel okay in that moment to relax. And also, of course, there are deeper methods to nervous system regulation that I guide my clients through as a feminine energy coach, because it all goes in that, being able to relax, being able to feel at peace, definitely adds to your feminine energy, because, you're not sending out the signal of nervousness or unrest. You are sending out signals of peace and bliss and happiness. And like attracts like, so it's all about curating your aura to attract what you want. And yeah, so that was my message for this video. So to recap, you want to know the difference between actions, busy actions, and aligned actions, and have the patience to wait for that inspiration. And secondly, you want to be able to regulate your nervous system so that when you do dedicate time towards peace, you can actually enjoy it and use it to rest your body and rest your mind, so that you're in a position to really take the aligned action when it comes. Because if you pretend to rest and you're not actually resting, then your body doesn't get the benefit of that time. So learning how to truly rest, how to truly enjoy, is helping you get closer to your goals and being able to achieve your goals. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I trust that you found this helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.